Welcome back to Team Out of the Tank. This is Doug here, and today we're playing a game called Magic the Gathering, where you play your lands in your main deck, and you hope you don't draw them, but you hope you draw enough so you can actually play your stupid cards. But on that hand, we're going to play some stupid cards called Prey Piercer or Bosch. He doubles all of your sources converted mana cards, odd converted mana cards effects that would deal damage to permanent or player, and it doubles them. So Fervent, instead of dealing one damage, it deals two. And with Heraldic Banner over here, well, guess what? It deals four. So on and so forth. You got a bunch of small creatures like Fervent, Grim Initiate, Scorched Spitter. Scorched Spitter is kind of nice because when he attacks, he deals 2 damage with a Bosch and deals another 2 damage when he attacks. It does 2 damage when he attacks, and he deals 3 damage with Heraldic Banner. So that's a nice little combo right there. 10th Street Dodger. Perfect. 1 drop, deals 2 damage, 3 damage with Heraldic. 4 damage with Heraldic and a Bosch. And with haste, you can get over everything. Not that many people run defenders nowadays. Um, you got some shocks because deals 2 damage or 4 damage. 2 damage to any early game creatures that could be a threat. For example, let's see, tokens. Luca. You want to make sure he doesn't have anything to do. Also, you got what do you got? I was gonna say Paradise Druid, but she has hexproof. That's a bad example. But just in case, a mirror matches, you can also hit these right here, and hit these if they haven't what's it called escaped it. You also got Bone Crusher. His stomp effect does not work with the Bosch for the fact that when you cast it, it is a 2 cost, so it isn't even. But you still get the effect of a 3-drop creature, so you get a split effect. But he's still a good card. Not to mention that if your opponent targets him with something, that's a spell. A Bosch makes him deal 4 damage to their controller, so that's something to keep in mind. You got 4 Annex because he's a 3-drop, and whenever he dies or another creature that's a non-token dies, you get a Satyr token. They can't block, they don't trigger off with a Bosch, but what they do trigger off with is Heraldic Banner. So if you have an Annex and another, let's just say Phoenix, you'll get 1 token for the Phoenix, and then 2 tokens for the Annex, and you'll have 3, which is 6 damage with Heraldic Banner. So it adds up, and it helps with board wipes, because your opponent could, let's just say on turn 4, board wipe, you lose 2 creatures, and Annex, you gain those creatures back and some, and with Heraldic Banner, you're just going to be beating them down. So it's like, in a way, they traded some creatures for no creatures. 3 Phoenix of Ash because he has haste. He's a 3-drop, deals 2 damage when he escapes. He gets a +1/+1 counter. So he does 3 damage, which is 6 with a Bosch. He does 4 damage with Heraldic Banner if he's escaped, or 8 damage with a Bosch. And he also has that self pump. That is really amazing. I have won some games where you go pay 3 mana. You pay 3 mana. Well, now he is a 4+4. 4+2 is 6, plus a Bosch has 12 damage to the face. So even if they did heal, it didn't really matter because of Phoenix's self-pump effect. Light up the stage. Dig through your deck a lot quicker. You have no idea how many times light up the stage has gone from I'm gonna play my 1 haste creature. Next turn I'm gonna attack with my creature, because they might not have a blocker. Attack with it. Don't play any mana. Tap the mana that's already on the board. Play light up the stage. Guess what? I just got 2 mountains off the top because that's how Magic always works. So you get those 2, and now guess what? You have lands in your hand, lands that are exiled, but since you didn't cast it because you're a smart guy or woman, you can still play the ones that are exiled. So you don't miss the land drop, and you have extra to literally hard cast the Bosch. Heraldic Banner. We already talked about it a lot. It does ramp, so on turn 4 with a Heraldic Banner, you can go a Bosch. If you have 2 on turn, 5 with Heraldic Banner, actually you have to go until turn 6. But pretty much adds 1 mana. Creatures of the chosen color you choose get +1/+0. You want to run 4 Castle Embereth. I don't have the rares because freaking Fervent Champion here, Phoenix of Ash, and the Bosch take a lot of stuff. For your sideboard, we don't play sideboard. We don't run sideboard. We're trying to get as many games in to go as many wins possible to just win the game, obviously. Blazing Volley for, tokens. They go a lot of Omen of the Suns or, what do you call it? That Sharknado, they go for a 1/1. Well, guess what? Now it's gone. It also goes well with it goes against well with Paradise Druid as it deals to each creature your opponent controls, so it doesn't target. They still take the damage and they die. Through red cap melee because dealing 4 damage to a creature or planeswalker is really helpful. If it's not red, you do sack a land, but hey, with mono red, if you have 8 lands, what's 1 more, right? I mean, what's 1 less, right? Your highest card is a Bosch, and with Heraldic Banner, you can pretty much get that mana back. Shadow Spear because of the lifelink trample, and also if your opponent goes Dream Troller, you can pay 1 mana, permanents your opponent's control, lose hexproof, and indestructible. So, indestructible creatures die, hexproof creatures now are targetable by your shock effect. Although, if you're gonna do your hexproof, effect, your opponent is gonna sack Dream Troller effect. You're gonna be like, okay, cool. Once it resolves, before the shock damage comes in, I'm a Shadow Spear. It loses hexproof. He's gonna pitch a card. Once again, I'm gonna pay 1 mana because I just pay 1 mana, and eventually you're gonna make him waste his hand, or he's gonna waste his creature if you have a big enough, shock to kill him. But there's that. Active Treason because you take your creature and attack. Chandra because you make creatures to attack. Irrelevant Revelers because you can destroy target artifact, which is somewhat hurtful to this deck. There is Grafdigger's Cage and the tokens from Birth of Meletis that just kind of become nuisance to this deck. Irrelevant Revelers, Revelers also gain haste, so you can go turn 3 with a Heraldic Banner already on board, or so turn 4 with a Heraldic Banner on board, give it +1, attack for 3 with a Bosch, it's 6 damage, so on and so forth. Tibalt because people like to gain life, and we don't want that to happen. The sooner they go to 0, the better for us. But that's the sideboard. All right, let's get into some games. Hokuna Matata. Alright, so we got 3 mountains, Scorched Bitter Shock, and a Heraldic Banner. Not the ideal hand, but it kind of has promise because we can go 3, 4, and if we top deck a land, which we usually always do, we can go Obosh on turn 4. We got a Shock for, early game stuff. 2 Scorched Bitters for the damage. If we get light up the stage, he doesn't even have to hit because all he has to do is just tap to attack, and you get the 1 damage off his effect. But yeah, this is a keep. Uh, he has no companion. Mind you, in this current format, your biggest counter, it might be, that makes me think it's a, Winota deck. Why is it laggy? But, in this format, Luris counters you hard. And it is a hard counter for the fact of a Charming Prince. It's wonderful. Alright, hard counter because Luris, you're going to have to deal with their board. Serrated Scorpion is a 1/1/2 body, so you're gonna have to shock it, or unless you're sitting with a Heraldic Banner on board, he's gonna be a little bit of a threat to you. Do I? This is definitely a Winota deck, so let's hold off on the shock. Let's go Grim Initiate and Scorch Spitter. No attacks. So yeah, aside from this deck, you don't just always spam all attack. You gotta play this kind of thinking, how am I gonna attack, not just attack. You don't just go spacebar hit all. You don't want to do that. You'll lose games like that. But Luris counters you hard. You have to deal with their ancient of the Forgotten Gods, or ancient priest of the Forgotten Gods, and then once you do deal with those, well, guess what? They go Luris. They bring all that stuff back. The worst part is that they can go Croxa, makes you discard a card. If you have too many lands, well, guess what? You take 3 damage. That's fine. So here we're gonna make him think. Red. Next. Yeah. Next. So he's gonna not chump block with the War Boss, and yeah, that's fine. We're gonna get rid of a Charming Prince. But next. Alright, so here we're gonna end the turn. We're gonna stop at the start of stop at next combat. So he's gonna go with Noda. We're just gonna shock the Legion War Boss because that's how we do. I don't know why my game is lagging. I might have to restart it after this game. Pass. We drew no land, like all good players do. We're gonna get that Winota off the board. If he has another one, then he's gonna waste his mana casting it. And we can go Bone Crusher or a Bosch if we draw the land. And then if he doesn't chump block, this is 8 damage. He might have a counter, but what we said a counters, we don't care. This is gonna come in as a 3, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. So he has a Bone Crusher, that's fine. And a Fire of Prophecy, look at that. Sure. Goes down to 7. We're going to cast Grim Initiate. Next turn, if we draw land, we can go Obosh. But pretty much Lurrus just counters you hard because once they go Lurrus and you don't have a response because you literally wasted all your responses on all their other cards, you're in a position of he's going to recur his graveyard and we're going to be pretty much done. So, but here's Obosh. Hopefully no counter. No counter. And if he does chump block, oh, he's just going to raise the alarm. That's fine. So you can double up, and that's fine. We can still take care of both because of Obosh's effect. And that's game. Alright, so we go first. We got 2 mountains, Grim Initiate, Tensory Dodger, light up the stage, light up the stage. We're going to keep this. Once again, Grim Initiate. Oh, it's mirror match. Look at that. Let them think that's the best we got. Point goes mountain, probably Fervent Champion. Oh, mirror match. I mean, mirror tokens. So next, all attack. Do you choose to block? He chooses not to. We're gonna light up the stage. Here we're gonna go Grim Initiate because obviously, if he would have gone Fervent Champion, he would have done nothing. Might as well just go Grim Initiate. Have it ready to attack next turn as opposed to next turn having it to literally play it. So yeah, we're gonna block here because that is a problem when he has 2 or more. Since you Dodger is fine. So mountain, we're gonna go Fervent Champion. Since we Dodger. Next, all attack. I know I played a mountain from hand, but and he scoops. Just like that, see? You always want to kind of think your plays through, don't just spam keyboard. Alright, we go first. We got 2 mountains, a Shark, Tinsory Dodger, Annex, a Heraldic Banner, Phoenix of Ash. We're gonna keep this. We're gonna play the mountain, pass the turn. We're gonna lag eventually because that's what our computer does now for some odd reason. Oh, we could have gone Tinsory Dodger. I completely forgot that card existed. Sure. So he's gonna probably go something enchantments. It could be Orzhov, Selesnya, you know, give or take. I don't know what people are playing nowadays. You can kind of make it to Mythic with anything. Kind of anything. Oh, it's Cycle. I forgot that was a deck too. Like I said, it's not like you can make it to Mythic with anything. It's random. That's why you can make it to Mythic. We're just gonna get that out of the way. I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why you don't see decks like this in competitive play. People know how to beat it easily. Like, yeah, you're gonna get game 1, game 2, and 3. Guess what? Your graveyard, trash. Your draw, trash. Your foxes, trash. Your healers, trash. But alright, it's our turn. Beautiful. So here we're gonna activate ability. Next, attack with 1. Attack. Next. We're gonna play the Fervent Champion because they have no board wipes. They could turn 4 with another land. Hopefully not a Zenith Flare, but you know they won't because they only have 3. But he just goes Draenith Healer. He's gonna gain 2 life each turn. Sure, Memory Leak. We're just 1 mana off from Heraldic Banner, and then we can start popping off. Whatever that means. Chooses not to attack because we have 2, you know, first rank creatures that will easily take care of him. Still no land. Alright, sure. Activate ability? Sure. Let's get the damage in there. Let's get the damage in there. Boom. 17. From 20, 17. You see that? He goes Valiant Rescuer because now the only thing to do is to go wide and to make you know, gain life as you do it. So from 17 to 19. Smart outplay right there. Idiot did not realize that Valiant Rescuer only works once per turn, not, you know, anytime you want per turn. Sure, let's go Heraldic Banner because that's all we were literally raiding on. Activate ability. All attack. That's fine with us. So here he can attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then deal 7 damage to us, gain 7 damage to him. He'll go to 21, but we'll go down to 6 if he has a Zenith Flare in hand. Now we could potentially win if we draw land and we go Obosh. no land, no land at all. I would say it kind of doesn't matter because he pretty much has another Zenith Flare. No way you're going to be that ballsy. And I can guarantee you now, it's a land. Oh! Oh my goodness, dude. Magic. Magic at its finest. Right there, dude. If I would have gone to Little Caesars, I would have gotten every kind of topping on that pizza because that's just how Magic is. You know? You just put everything on there, and then when it comes to the bill, you just walk out. You don't pay. Yeah. So we lost to Mana Screw. We win to Mana Screw. We lose to Mana Screw. The only thing I hate about this game is Mana Screw. And what do you play in this game? Your mana. And where do you play it? In your stupid main resources. So yeah, that's how we lose, and that's how we play Obosh. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy the content. Also, we have a Facebook page. You can see it on Facebook. Obviously, we will have a link on the description below. But congratulations to one of our people who follow us. I forgot his name. I'm totally blanking on it. I know it. I've just I'm on the spot trying to mention it, and I forgot his name. But he made it to Mythic with this deck or a similar variant of it, and he actually played a lot better than us because he played better lands. Unlike us, who literally decided to, hey, let's draw our fifth land or our fourth land on our sixth turn, where our opponent is going to kill us. So yeah, don't forget to have a wonderful, nice day. Don't go outside just yet. It's still COVID. But if you're gonna get some fresh air, do it. Just don't burn your house down.